one true heart was broken, and the clean hands pierced.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Creative Encounters first artist highlight. Super excited. And I got my boy Andy here. Andy, Micah. What's going on, bro?
Hey, it's good to be on.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man, so I'm excited. So pretty much Creative Encounter just launched February 5th. That was our first one. And you're playing at the next one, which is March 5th. But you are our very first highlight video, man. So this is you're setting precedents, dude.
That's good. Feels good.
Yeah, this is awesome. So, man, dude, thank you so much for meeting up. Now, let me ask you. So pretty much your artist name is Andrew or Andy Micah. Do you prefer Andrew Micah for the artist?
Yeah, name? Andrew. Yeah.
Cool. So, all right. So Andrew Micah. And then what's your actual last name?
Romanowitz. Not Micah.
Not Micah, right? Romanowitz.
Yes, Romanowitz. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So now you know the question is going to have to be, where'd you come up with Andrew Micah? Yeah.
Well, it's a great story. So Micah is actually not in my name, but my name is Andrew Christian Romanowitz. But when I was young, my mom would always tell me the story of how when I was born, if they weren't going to name me Andy, they would have named me Micah. She really felt that there was something in that I needed to know. And she'd always tell me that the name Micah means who is like our God. And I love that. And so when I got into leading worship and I realized that Romanowitz was going to be an awfully hard name to pronounce if you were seeing it the first time or remember, or, I decided to go with that. And just a way of honoring. My dad has spoke a lot into the name Andrew and what that means. Andrew was an evangelist. And Andrew was someone who was content to not always be the center of attention. He was really about bringing people to Jesus. And then Micah, that idea of worship. So really kind of brings together what my mom and my dad spoke into my life.
I love it, dude. That's amazing. I love it. And so did you have, were you drawn towards reading the book of Micah? Like kind of just, sometimes we have those names in scripture like John or Peter. So we focus on these books,
Well, more so in the last couple of years, honestly, I've really come to appreciate not just certain passages in Micah. There are passages that I really, really love that are close to my heart, but really the book as a whole, because it brings together this desire for God to be exalted and this deep concern for justice. And I think bringing together worship and justice, the prophet Micah is someone who really does that. And that's something that's really important to me too. So.
Oh man, yes. I love that, dude. And that's so needed it's crazy in every generation, especially today in our world today, that justice. I was having conversations with some folks earlier. We were talking about different nations, Haiti, for example, most recently, and kind of what's going on over there with the government and just issues and just a lot of things in the world where we just need justice. We need God's rule, his sovereignty. So yeah, dude, I love that. And it's expressed through the arts, through music and the arts, which is just an awesome catalyst to really bring forth the gospel. So awesome. Yeah. But pretty much for guys who are new to Creative Encounter, let me just explain to you guys what Creative Encounter is. So Creative Encounter is a new ministry and is focused on giving creatives a hub to be able to express their creativity, their God-given creativity, allow them to network with one another, build those relationships and connections, and then also to give free resources so that they can excel and thrive in their creative gifting. So these are events that we have once a month in the Berwyn area of Illinois, so kind of on the outskirts of Chicago. And we just meet and we have a different artist, a different band to perform at each Creative Encounter. So Andrew Micah is going to be the next one, which is March 5th, this upcoming Saturday. It's going to be awesome. So it's just a quick little plug because I'm like, let me backtrack. Some people may not know what Creative Encounter is, but back to you. So we're both musicians. We're both singer-songwriters and creatives. So tell me what got you into music and into the arts?
Well, I've always been a very musical person. When I was 4 or 5 years old, my mom tells me that I would, always be walking around the house singing the Donut Man songs and all these old, Sunday school songs, stuff like that. But as I got older, as I got into my teens, really began to wrestle with the brokenness, not just inside me, but also around me, and feeling like I really needed to write songs. You know, I needed to find words that I could stand on, and set it to music that could help me to stand on those words. And so it really, since I think this is true for a lot of us who are creative people, it feels like survival. Sarah Groves is a songwriter out there who I have a lot of respect for and really love her music. And she talks about our creative work as like small ramparts for the soul. You know, ramparts are those like defenses in battle. And I think for me, it was just the coming to crisis with wrestling with the darkness inside me and the darkness around me, and realizing I need to stand on the reality of who God is. So, but worship music specifically came a little bit later down the line. When I started writing songs, I was thinking very much more like folk singer-songwriter kind of stuff. That's what I was really into. And worship music came a little bit later down the line when really it was just someone spoke that over me. I had posted like this really folky gospel song on Facebook one night, and the next morning I woke up to a comment from a friend of mine who said, Andrew, you're going to write worship songs.
Wow.
And I was like, I've been trying to write worship songs. That's other people do that. That's their gift. And since then, I've pretty much only written worship songs. So I can't explain it other than to say that God used that moment to call something out of me.
Wow.
And that was about coming up on 4 years ago. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you when was that? You know?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that. That's absolutely amazing. I've been kind of speaking to people about the launch of this ministry too. And a big verse that really stands out to me is when Paul was talking to Timothy, and he was telling him, he was saying, do not neglect the spiritual gifts you received. When the elders of the church laid their hands on you, give your complete attention to these matters, you know? And with that, it's just like something was spoken over you, and now you're thriving, and now you're going towards it, you know? For me, it goes back to like Nike, like just do it, you know? It's like I think about that so much. It's like literally just like a lot of things were like, I'm gonna wait, or I was like, no, that was just a few years ago, and like now you're thriving in it to the point now that it looks like you just released a new EP. Was it?
Yeah,
dude. Congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. So what's the name of that EP?
112. It's 112. Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, and I did see that. So just go ahead and tell our audience here, like, what's the meaning of that? You know.
Yeah. Well, there's a few. It's actually kind of like a triple meaning, and we'll see if I can remember it all right now. At 8:30 at the end of workday, but I'll give it my best shot here. So, so the first part of that piece is that it was recorded here in my apartment in my bedroom, and there's a whole story behind that. Of I ended up in this apartment. And when I moved here, I found out that I had moved into this apartment that a friend of a friend who was a missionary and seen God just working in crazy, awesome ways in his life. He had lived in this apartment before me, and I didn't know that before I moved in. But I'd heard stories about this guy over the past few years and started praying, God, I want to see you move in my life in the same way. And so, there was a crazy, like, I'm meant to be here. But then from that, Psalm 112 has really taken on a deep meaning to me. In that Psalm 112 talks about what does a godly man do, and the idea of generosity is all over that. And I really was feeling when I recorded this EP that I'd been holding back a lot of the songs that God had given to me because I was waiting for to be able to put together something that was really, really produced. And I felt like at that point, there came to a point where I was withholding ministry from people, that I was withholding what God had given me to give to others, just out of that expectation or that ideal of what it was going to sound like or feel like. And so I just got a microphone and set it up in my bedroom and did the best that I could with it and recorded it. And I got something that I think sounds really good. And people have really, really blessed that. The other reason why is because I released it on January 12th. So
there we go. Was that strategic? That part was strategic, right?
Yes.
Genius, dude. I love it. I love that type of stuff. And us creatives, man, that's just the kind of stuff we do, dude.
Yeah.
We like think
everything has meaning. Everything has
a meaning. Everything. I love it, man. That's awesome. And then when I was listening to the record, like there's a lot of vulnerability on it. And even I feel like that's what that's kind of the aura that I feel like you give off. Like even just you're reading your devotions, you're always posting it in your stories, on your timeline, and just very, very open. You see, even like how you mentioned earlier, like the I forget what word you say. I don't know if you said sin or the
darkness.
Evil, the darkness. Yes, the darkness that's in us and around us. Even focusing on the darkness that's in us is sometimes we try to suppress or not to let people know about that side of us and stuff. You're like, dude, like, this right here, they have overcome by the word of the testimony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, by his blood and the word of their testimony.
Yes.
So with that, we have to be a testament to what he's doing in our lives, be vulnerable with like, hey, I go through X, Y, and Z. Like I know you had a recent interview with one of your buddies. And you're just talking on different things that a lot of people kind of just like, not kind of dabble on. But that was so, that was so awesome when I was watching it. I was like, oh man, this is beautiful. That's what we need.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be any, that's just the enemy tries to bring condemnation on that. And Jesus is like, yo, help others to get through these different situations.
Yes.
So even the song too, and you can hear how raw it is, when you're listening to it, like you said, you can literally just microphone record. And what did you use to edit? Did you use Pro Tools? Did you use a GarageBand?
Just a little bit of tweaking it in GarageBand. Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. One of my guys, he has a channel on YouTube, and he's always talking about like just the simplicity of just using the basic stuff to just kind of get your stuff out there.
Yeah.
And he even does some videos where he's kind of walking through saying, I'm going to record this track now, showing you the difference of like if we just straight up just use GarageBand or Logic or Pro Tools or whatever and stuff. And then depending on it, it's like, it doesn't really necessarily change the, what's given off or how it's a blessing to others. It doesn't really affect it. So yeah, dude, I love it, man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So dude, so you're going to be playing some of the original songs this upcoming Saturday.
Yep.
Okay. So for the people watching, do you think you could play at least one of them for everyone, give them a little taste?
Yeah. Okay, so this is the one song that I've done in studio, with full blown, production and everything. It's a song called "I Will Say Goodness."
Was this the single?
Yeah, this is a single. Yep, yep. And this is the song that I've written that's been sung the most in churches. There's a few churches around where I am that have sung this song, and it was really written out of that. You talk about darkness, right? Just like looking around at the world around us and looking at our lives and seeing all the hurt and the pain and the brokenness and even the sin, if you're a believer in Jesus, you've had this moment where your eyes have been open to see who he is and to desire him and to want to follow him and love him. But then you do things and people do things to you, and then things just happen, and then you start to question. And so thinking about Psalm 23 says, I think it's verse 5 or verse 6 says, surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life. And just that, like, we can confess that faith and worship to God, even when we don't see how it's true. And so that's what this song is about. I will say goodness. So I'll play this for you. When the ache of brokenness still lingers, when the hour of loneliness is long, I will stand upon your sworn intentions, and I will praise your promise with a song, and I will say goodness. I will say mercy. Surely your love, oh God, has followed me. Even here, with sorrows all around me, still your love is more than I have lost. So I will trust the hands that bled forgiveness, and I will trust the heart that bore the cross, and I will say goodness.
I will say mercy. Surely your love, oh God, has followed me. I will say goodness. I will say mercy. Surely your love, oh God, has followed me. Only goodness, perfect joy you have in store. Love like that. All my good is in you, Lord. Full assurance, soon I'll see no more by faith, that only goodness from the first was in your way. And I will say goodness, I will say mercy. Surely your love, oh God, has followed me. Surely your love, oh God, has followed me.
Let me unmute myself. Man, dude, that was awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it, dude. Man.
Cool.
That's beautiful. 'Cause, dude, it's a song of assurance. Just like literally where you could be sure-footed in any circumstance, you know? And like you said, even when it's like, man, this is a pretty bad day right now, but I will say goodness because you literally told me your word, and I have assurance in your word, you know, that surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life. It's like, dude, I love it. Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a taste of one more. This is my latest. Right. This is a song that I've been working on for a couple of years, and I had one finished version of the lyrics, but I didn't feel like it was done, you know. And I wrestled with it, and I prayed about it, and I got some direction. I think Holy Spirit direction, digging into a couple of passages of scripture, and rewrote some of it, and came away with really, I think, something that I'm really proud of. But so I'll just give you a verse and chorus.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So hold on one second. So this is not released yet.
No, this is unreleased.
Oh, we getting some unreleased goodies up in here.
Yes.
I love it.
So this is called Victory of Jesus. All right, I'll give you a verse and chorus here.
Love it.
There is a rock where my feet will stand. There is a help for these lifted hands. Sin had left me dead in the night, but you raised me to life in your kingdom. So lift my hand, open up the doors. Your hands are clean and your heart is pure. King of glory, reign in my heart. Shine all that you are as you live through me. Nations sing of how he saves. Let the victory of Jesus magnify his name. Healer, you've set me free. Let the victory of Jesus come to life in me. Let the victory of Jesus come to life in me.
Man, dude, I love it, bro. That's awesome. Dude, once you said his name, dude, I just like, I couldn't take it at that point. I was like, yes.
There's power in the name.
Oh, man, dude. Love it. Beautiful. Man, dude, so I'm super hype. I'm excited for Saturday. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, dude. So pretty much while you're performing, we're going to have live painting because I like to have an experience.
I love that. I
love to have like a full experience because I feel like God is infused in all the arts. And it's a beautiful way to kind of represent his kingdom, represent his glory through all of it. So what's happening, we have Antonia Rupert. She's a really good friend and a phenomenal painter, dude. So she'll be kind of live painting while you're doing that. If she's still going while I'm doing the message, that'll still kind of be flowing on the side. And it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. So we're super excited. So it's going to be a good one. But yeah, guys, so pretty much thank you guys so much for tuning in. Andrew, I'm super excited, bro, and it's going to be really fun. Yeah. Everyone who's here, we are going to be at the Nightlight Cafe, which is in Berwyn, Illinois, on Ogden 7009 Ogden in Berwyn, Illinois. And the details will be popping up on this video. So you guys make sure you come out this Saturday, March 5th. 6:30 p.m. doors open. This is a free event, but we are asking for donations at the door. If you would like to support the ministry, support the Nightlight Cafe, we are asking for donations, but this is a free event, so no obligation at all. We just want to see you guys come out and be blessed and have a great time. Andrew, dude, thank you so much, bro. And
yeah, man.
I'll see you in a few days, man.
All right, take care.
All right, you too.
Joy beyond his anguish was to reign.